Hi, welcome back. I'm Paul, and this is my second video on Dungeon Universalis. The first one being the Free the Merchants. Thank you very much to everyone for all the feedback. I've had some invaluable comments, and some very nice comments as well, actually. I missed one or two things, maybe three or four things in the first playthrough, but it's all part of learning. Thanks to Paul Wason, who pointed out one of the characters was wounded and would have had a negative modifier to some of the results, some of the rolls. I completely mixed up black and white dice, black being used for the enemies, white being used for me, and ironically enough, if you watch the first video, I did roll a double 6 for myself as well, but I gave it to the enemy, so well done to those of you who spotted that. So I just wanted to do a quick video on the bit in between, because to be honest with you, Nemesis Lockdown has just turned up on my doorstep, and I wouldn't mind doing an unboxing video of it, just rip it open and let's have a look what's inside. But as you can see from the table here, there's a lot still on this table. I'm also going to change the table cover because after watching this video back many times, it's a bit too busy, so I'm going to either choose a black or a white one. So anyway, so yeah, all I wanted to go through here was obviously I did the Free the Merchants playthrough as a bit of a start off. It was a noob's run through and everything, and I'm still learning as I go along, but what I'd like to do is the campaign turn. So I've done the first quest, and what we need to do now is what the heroes do in between this and the next quest, which is obviously a campaign turn. So this will consist of I think for this this campaign turn, I'm literally going to stay in Vernac, which is the main city or town that we start the campaign off at. We've freed the merchants. We'll despite the errors and the learning curve, we'll call the first one a win. So if I consult the Free the Merchants blurb down here, quest end. So mission accomplished. Corpses may be searched after the mission. Thanks again, Paul Wason, because I completely forgot that one. So I will do that in a minute. And read narrative nexus T1. So we'll read that in a minute. We also have some rewards. If the heroes accomplish the mission, the merchants will give 4 coins to each hero who was not knocked out, plus 1 XP if the heroes have accomplished the mission. So I believe all of them get the XP. I think that's how it works with group XP. Now, Ariel, with her unfortunate acquaintance with the Hellhound, the Warhound, I kept calling it the Hellhound, with the Warhound, which ironically, if you watch the video, I kept saying it wasn't going to be any trouble, and it ended up being the biggest bit of trouble, so it knocked out Ariel. However, in true learning curve style, I completely forgot that, hang on, wrong one, I completely forgot that Ariel has invulnerable. So this card allows her to not take any damage from melee or shooting attacks apart from critical hits. Now I'm not going to go back and rewind that one because I've no idea what critical hits there were, and I don't think there were that many, but so basically she may well have not been knocked out, but for the purpose of this we'll go with it. So one of the rewards were 4 coins to each hero who was not knocked out. So look at these nice coins that you get with the game. So 4 for Kornos, add that to his sheet, and then 4 for Inial. So we'll just stick that there. In fact, here's our illustrious group. There's Ariel, who got knocked out, the Celestial Bard, so she gets no money. There's Inial with I do believe that's her owl there. Yeah. So she gets 4 cash. And there's Kronos, the Centaur Barbarian. Do like the artwork in this, it's pretty fantastic. So, they got some cash, she got none. And get some XP, but I'll sort that out in a bit. I'll write all that down. So we need to read Nexus T1. So I do believe if we go back a little bit, Nexus T1. So here we go. The bandits do not achieve their goal, and some are made prisoners by you. You know how to be persuasive, and they acknowledge that Count Riciard rewards them for these attacks on the caravans. Rourg and his minions agreed with Riciard 1 year ago that they would not attack any travellers heading north. However, they were allowed to assault any caravans heading west or Venek. In addition, Riciard had given the gang a manor house within his own lands where they could hide and avoid being pursued by Venek soldiers. You take the prisoners to Hart, the governor of Venek. The plump mandatory orders the bandits to be hanged in the cathedral square and later summons you to meet him in his chambers. Arthos, the chief of the guard, comes forward to offer you the promised reward, 10 coins. Later, Hart explains the quarrels he has with the northern region and his willingness to tackle the problem with the assaults. He knocks on the oak table in his office before forwarding his request. I promise 10 gold coins if you manage to discover Rourg's lair and end up with that wretch, seizing him and bringing him before our presence. So, a bit severe, hanging the bandits, but you know, so these things roll. So then you have the next quest, which is Rourg's lair. So you can see this as a yellow flag, which means it is within a campaign. This is the starting one. So basically, we're going to have to enter Rourg's lair and hunt him down. And I've played this scenario once, so that's going to be interesting filming. The first scenario, Free the Merchants, was more about sorting out the combat and that side of things, whereas going into Rourg's lair has a lot more of the exploration. It has the ADP's various cards and things. You get things like this, where the artificial dart player has to pay to play these cards. The best ones being obstacles. Here's a good example. Darkness, so we pay 1 there and the whole game is in the dark, which affects everything, including shooting and movement. This is a good example. That is a trap card because of this tiny little symbol here. It would be a Perception 7 test to see if you found the trap. If you do, you can then disarm it over here. That will be a Dexterity 4 test. And if you fail all that, the portcullis collapses on the character and 8 damage dice. Woof, yeah, we don't want that. Let's put that back and hopefully shuffle that away later. So yeah, anyway, that's the next quest, Rourg's lair, to go after Rourg, who's the chief. So we're going to do the bit in between. Just before I carry on, one thing I would like to do is searching corpses. So I do believe on the first scenario we killed I think we killed all 3 of them, didn't we? I'm assuming the dog is going to count as a corpse as well. Not sure what you'd find on a dog, but so it basically says roll 1d6 for each eliminated enemy. Well, the dog was an enemy. They're not elite or anything. They weren't leaders, so they're just literally 1d6 each. So I'm going to roll 4 1d6. And I do believe each result of a 4+, the character will find 1 coin. Now we have, so we've got 2, so we get 2 coins. We'll give that to Kronos because he could be the rich one. Now it does say, depending on how many 6s we got, we only got 1 6. If we'd have got 2 6s, we would have got a random common object as well. But so that was worth it. Couple of silver pieces. So I do believe the next part is the campaign turn. So We are, let me just find you a map. We are in Venek, right down here. I don't know how close we can get that. So this is Venek, just here. Number 1 is the Free the Merchants mission we've just done. It has a road, so if we travel along that road, we'll do a road event. And this is a plains. If we walk through the territory, we'd have to do. So we're going to have to do a travel event before we do anything, even if we stay in Venek. So as you can see, Venek has this castle type symbol here. So what I'll do there is just show the different types. So it's not a castle, sorry, it is a city. So what I need to do here is in this huge deck of cards just here. You can see I've got some out. I've got some out ready, thinking I was going to move, but I'm not. So there's the road deck. These are the travel events, and that's the plains deck. So I'm just going to leave those to one side. What I need, this is what I need at the minute. The city ones. If I just pull out all the city ones, and there seems to be quite a few of them. Right, there we go. We don't want castles. We'll give them a good shuffle. And I do believe what we do is roll the dice. And we need a 3+ on these by the looks of it to pull out one of these. So I'm going to go for, so we'll leave that like that. And travel events. Yeah, so we roll 1d6, we need 3+. No, a 2. So we aren't going to reveal that. So, Venek. If we quickly just show you, Venek's. So, as you can see, there's those black and white symbols around the city of Venek. They represent an inn, stables, the king, treasurer, an inn, a moneylender, and a physician. So what we do is find those required cards out of this deck, and we basically work out who we want to go and see. So there was no, obviously there's no travel event because we rolled a 2, so we can go straight into it. So basically each hero can visit 3 places. So I would suggest let's start with Kornos. So he didn't get injured, so I'm not particularly bothered about the physician. Interesting enough, you can go to the moneylender. So at this stage, I think what I'm going to do is only use the inn and the physician, which is going to allow me to heal up Ariel, and also the inn allows us to buy for 2 coins I can get all vitality, mana and fortune points back, so that might be worth spending our money on. We're only right at the beginning of the game, so we're not going to be buying any huge weapons or anything like that at the minute. The other cards were pretty good. The market was for buying. The treasurer, he will look after your money and belongings for 1 coin a year, and you have to keep paying that. So the campaign does go over weeks and years. I've yet to start marking that down. The tavern, interesting enough, various things can happen there. One of the heroes can gamble, the fight breaks out, you can gain vitality, and independent quests can be opened up there as well. There's a moneylender with 150% repayment percentage, so I'm not really in the position to start getting into debt just yet. We can visit the king. You have a slim chance on a 4 to 6 of being given stuff and having a random quest and get more money, so I'm not really going to go for that one yet, because I think Rogue's Lair is enough to deal with at the minute, and Stables is for buying mounts and things like that, so I'm not going to bother with those. I'm literally going to start with the inn. So first up, now the problem is Ariel has no cash. So, because she's on death's door. I just need to quickly check what happened when she was knocked out. So she was injured. And they had to lose 2 random objects as well. So I'm going to pick up all of her objects. Oof. I assume that includes armour as well. So these are all her things. Greek fire, musical instrument, healing potions. Oh, look at that, she had healing herbs and everything. So we shuffle these, and without looking, I shall look this way. I'm going to pick 2 random ones that she drops. That one and that one. What have we look? Oh, not the armour. Ouch. So she's lost leather armour and Greek fire. Back in the box you go. Well, that sucks big time. So she's still kept a broadsword, got healing potions and magic. Great, we've got a woodwind instrument. Marvellous. You know, she's definitely living up to be a bard because she's got no armour or anything now. So, the inn. I'm not entirely sure how this works actually because she's got no money. But I'm going to, just for the purpose of this, I'm going to suggest that Kornos pays for 2 coins. To get her vitality and everything back up to, so she loses the 2 damage, and her vitality will go back up to max. And do you get your fortune back? Oh yeah, you get fortune points back as well. Well, that's good. So she had 3, so I'm going to give her a 3. That's good. And she never actually spent any of her mana, so that's good. So that's that spent. I'm probably doing this wrong. I'm not sure about the sharing of money. I think you can share money. The heroes are supposed to be together in the city, but they do have 3 things they can visit each. So I don't know. For the purpose of this, I'm going to put their money together. Again, a learning curve, but I don't want to spend every 5 minutes with my head in the rule book. So that was her. She's the only one that actually needs healing. So she does have an injury. So normally I would have an injured token. There's an injured token somewhere. We'll put that on her. I'm not going to bother because if we visit the physician as well, we can buy healing herbs, healing potions, antidote. However, we can also heal the condition disease for 3 coins, or we can heal an injury for 10. So how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got to be kidding. I'm too short. Okay, well, maybe we won't do that. Maybe she's still injured. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother with anything else. No, I think that's it. I'm not going to bother with going anywhere else at this point in time because I want to wrap up this campaign turn. So if we just quickly whip back to where the campaign turn is, we've done the travelling, which we haven't moved anywhere, and we've had a well, we didn't have a travel event. Places and services, we've done that. Now, do we want to sell anything? I don't. Well, we didn't really find anything during that brief game. I'm not going to camp. So the dart player during the campaign turns, the idea is that on this map there will be placed dart player tokens. These little things here. So they'll be placed. So I think all his influence starts out here, which is the Kingdom of Bandmore. It does state that in the quest book actually. But I don't think anything happens. It's only when the heroes rest. The dark player will roll 1d6 for every 10 victory points the group of heroes is worth. Well, we're not resting, so I'm not going to give them the pleasure of placing any of those on the map whatsoever. So I think, for this brief video, that is the campaign turn over. So my next plan is to tidy all this up. I'm going to work on setting the camera up slightly different. I mean, if you've got any suggestions as to what you'd like to see, if you're pure, I mean, what I'll probably do is just a shot of the dungeon map as we go along. I think what I'll do is I'll hold up any relevant cards or any information to the camera. I think that should work. Apart from that, please feel free to leave me some comments again. I'm sure I've missed some stuff. I'm going to check up on the coins as well and just sort that out. I'm not really sure how a person's supposed to visit anywhere when they're on death's door unless somebody else helps them out and heals them. Yeah, so until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, click like, and if you want to subscribe, go ahead, and I shall see you again. Many thanks.